this is hilarious. Take 3. Hopefully I'm in focus. Hopefully nobody calls me. Hopefully shit doesn't go down. So anyways, today is my actual 2-month. I know I just posted a video like 5 days ago, but stuff's been changing. For one, that one big loop that I showed you guys, it stuck out a lot, like just looking straight on me, like it's gone down a little bit more into the dread. I'm feeling loops out the ass. Like, I've already filmed this 2 times before, but it sucked some monkey balls, so I had to film it again. But during filming, I was finding loops. I was finding squiggles, and it's just like amazed me how much my dreads have changed in 5 days. And it's crazy, and I love it. I'm so excited. They've changed this much in 5 fucking days. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting loops on the back of my head, which I wasn't really getting before because, like, I slept on them, and they were just kind of chilling. There's, like, a dread over here that feels like it's trying to, like, separate from the other part of the dread, which just feels like it's, like, coming apart, in which case, like, I'm gonna let it do what it wants to do. I'm not gonna try to rip it apart. If it wants to come apart, it can, but I'm not gonna put, like, that sort of effort into my dreads, because I don't feel like it. On the couch. Alright. You guys are gonna learn that I'm kind of crazy and say a lot of off-topic things. Hopefully not a whole lot of off-color things, but off-topic, yes. Still trying to train this dread to go down this way, but I don't know how to explain this. There's like, alright, so I'm trying to train it to go this way. And if you look at it, there's like this squiggle of hair coming out here. That little squiggle of hair right there is dreaded. So, like, put my finger through it. But, so, I don't know what it's gonna do, because, like, it's dreaded right there, and then, like, separated from the other parts of the hair. It's just strange. This dread, strange. All this up here, loopy, loopy, loopy. All of it's just loopy. Wow, what the F? Oh my gosh. Oh my god, what is that? Oh, that's a dread that's trying to separate itself. Maybe I do need to separate them. It's really trying to get away. I don't know if I can show you guys that. Is that right there? I hope you guys can see that. Ah! Oh, okay, I was separating it a little bit. I don't know if I want to do that yet or not. I don't know. Maybe it'll do it on its own now. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to mess them up. I hope I didn't just mess it up. Root rub it. Okay. I guess let me show you guys the back. Oh my god, I just found another loop. There's just loops all over my head. Like something's going on. Do you guys know what's going on? I don't. Here's the back of my head. this one right here that I'm holding up, I think is my fattest dread. Not that fat. Alright, I don't actually know what I'm showing you guys back there, so I don't want it to just like run on with me like blocking everything with my other hand, because that's probably what just happened. In which case, I'm sorry, but what can you do? This video is more for me than for you guys. It's so that I can see this insane progress that has happened in 5 days. Oh my gosh, it's like my head is an ecosystem. No, if my head were an ecosystem, that'd be bad. That'd be really bad. I don't want things living on my head. That'd be really bad. I have coffee. What other stories? Basically that's it. I can still feel where my dreads were crocheted, and I don't like that at all. It just feels fake. Doesn't feel real. It feels like I set my dreads back a while, because I can feel where like that extra hair that I pulled in is now trying to escape so that it can go where it actually wanted to go, and it's just dumb. So my hair feels fake and weird in some places, which is another question. Because like I'm not gonna get extensions because I feel like it would feel like dead weight on my head. Just hair that isn't mine, somebody else's hair, because I would have to get human hair if I was going to get extensions. But then I was like, I can't have something that's not me attached to my head. So if you have dreads, sorry, I needed some coffee. So if you have dreads with extensions, tell me how that feels. Because like I don't understand how that would like feel on my head. Maybe it's just because like I'm used to this length. I feel like in a year my dreads will gain 5 inches of length, so like I'm okay with that. Like I'm letting them go through the maturing process, which I assume will take a year, and then in a year my dreads will grow 5 inches is what I assume, because my hair usually grows like 6 to 7 to even 8 inches in a year sometimes. So, because usually it's like half an inch a month, sometimes more, but I assume they'll shrink up for at least like a month or two, and they'll shrink up like an inch. So, unless they're just like, because they're shorter, they won't shrink up as much. But as you can see, like I have that one at the nape of my neck that's just like super squiggly, and I feel like that one would shrink up because it's squiggled and loopy. Oh, the loops, it literally just like makes me happy touching my head. So yes, if you have extensions, tell me how they feel. If you have mature dreads that have been crocheted, tell me how they feel now, because mine feel kind of like bumpy and strange. Bumpy and strange. That was a weak burp. Yeah, talk to me. Tell me about your dreads. Tell me how they feel. If you have extensions, tell me about them. If you want to ignore this video because I just put out another video, that's awesome. That's fine. This is for me trying to learn things about myself and trying to learn things about other people, like their dreads. Yeah, talk to me. Follow me on Tumblr, because, yeah, I'll post a link to my Tumblr. That'll be cool. Go to the Dreadlock site. The dreadlockssite.com. So like 2 S's in between dreadlocks site. You get it? Dreadlocks, plural, site.com. It has all the information you would ever need. It does tend to lean towards the bias of natural dreads and the neglect dreading method, but it has a lot of information. And you can read the forums without posting, so you don't have to have anybody give their opinions on your dreads. And I know I started mine with Rip and Twist, and that's probably like right on the cusp of like kind of, I guess, acceptable in their eyes. Because backcombing and wax, of course, and crochet, like, they don't like any of that. They're all about, like, neglect and stuff. But it has a lot of awesome information. And there are people on there that do have waxed dreads and stuff like that. So you can get information from all sorts of walks of dready life on there. And they have tons and tons of pictures, videos, tutorials. It's just a great website to gather dreadlock information. And I know, like, I researched the hell out of everything involving dreadlocks. So once I found the dreadlock site, I mean, I went to other sites and I understood that there was a slight bias on that site, but they have some information. So if you go in there understanding that there is a slight bias, and there's going to be a slight bias wherever you go, because that person that runs the website or started the website is going to have an opinion. Just like Naughty Boy and what is the other one? Dread HQ or whatever the heck they are. They're going to have a bias towards dreads, towards wax dreads. And Dreadlock's site is going to have a bias towards neglect dreads. And I'm not knocking on neglect dreads. Honestly, if I could change one thing about my journey, it would be to start over neglect. But the whole reason I have dreads right now, there's a whole lot of reasons that go into it, but patience being one of them, being one of the main ones. So I'm trying to learn patience, and I did not have the amount of patience to begin with to start the neglect method. So, because that'll take like 2 years to mature instead of just 1. And I don't know, I'm learning patience as I go, but as I have a feeling right now, I'll probably, after a couple years, end up taking these out and start going neglect. But, like I said, a couple years. This video's rather long now, probably. Yeah, feedback, love you guys. Go to my Tumblr, go to the Dreadlock site. Information is power. Please do your research. If you want dreads, have dreads, know anybody with dreads, do your research. Because if you don't, you say something that is completely wrong, you're going to make yourself look like a fool. If you have dreads, do your research. Know what you're talking about. Know what is taking place on your skull. Please, I'm sick and tired of seeing people with dreads that know nothing about them. Like, I heard somebody the other day with dreads being like, oh, I would never go neglect method. You don't wash your hair and it smells and it stinks. And I'm like, I almost punched that person. I was like, are you serious? You have dreads on your head and you're going to sit around and talk about how neglect is the wrong method? Neglect is probably the best method out of all of them, and you're going to sit there and be like, oh, it smells and you don't wash it. Do your fucking research. You know enough to wash your dreads on your head. Come on. Everybody washes their dreads. There are some people that are nasty and don't. But to get dreads, you need to wash your hair, or else it's going to take a really, really long, annoying time. So yeah, do your research. I just ranted. Whatever. Love you guys. Bye.